Okie dokie, guys. We are live from Hebron. We just arrived with 6 buses. There's a shitload of here. We don't pass, we're getting filmed, of course. Here there are more, and then if we go up here, we're in Hebron. We are with a tour of Breaking the Silence. Here are some little shitheads. Well, there are like, I don't know how many people are there. Lots of press. I see that are filming there in the corner. So 6 buses arrived in Hebron with Breaking the Silence. People who do not agree, I don't know who called it out, decided to have a demonstration against Breaking the Silence and the left wing and how they're called, etc. So there are a few of those. Lots of police, lots of army. Now, the story of Hebron. Here are the people, much nicer picture, that are joining the tour today. I'm not going to film the whole tour. Just wanted to give you a bit of an update regarding Hebron. We are here for a few reasons. Last week, an activist of Breaking the Silence, by surprise, got beaten up by an army dude. Another army dude told the activist that Ben Gvir will come soon and do some order. Now, the activist that said about Ben Gvir will do some order is on the... Look at you! No, fuck! What are you doing here?
I am working here, but I mean, my colleague is working with Shobrim Shtika. He's the dover.
Fucking excellent, man!
Yeah.
That's so nice! It's so nice to see
I
you
miss
here!
you! I miss you so
You
much!
look great, man! I'm seeing you on Facebook.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, I see you, man.
I work with Yesh Din, you know?
No, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
all the Facebook of Yesh Din, it's me.
So I follow you guys.
Yeah, I know, I see you. I'm like,
I see you, baby.
Judy is fighting a good fight.
Oh yeah, fighting the good fight, like we all do here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
came here
fucking
also
crazy.
for Yesh Din, you know, for
I
doing
do
a
a
live.
film, do the whole thing. Okay, guys, here we have Luca. Oh, he's a bit close up. Luca from Yezdin. He will go live too. Follow them, guys. I'll see you later. So, to finish my story before we go in here. Now all of Israel got extremely upset that the army dude, I think he's on house arrest for 10 days. What's way worse is Issa Amro filmed it. He got called in as a witness because he filmed it. When he was called in as a witness, the police arrested him. He was in jail. I think this happened on Monday. Or Sunday. He was in jail until Wednesday. In the end, because he filmed it. He's a Palestinian activist. He was released Wednesday afternoon. I think he had to pay money. There are more over there. Had to pay money, and he's not allowed to get close to his house here in Hebron for the next week. So we are unfortunately not going to see and meet Issa today. It's really a shame. So it's here totally closed off. We are here with 330 people, I think, of Breaking the Silence. Now, besides Issa,
המקום שבו מותר לכם לשהות כרגע זה בשטח המגודר. קחו בחשבון שכל מי שיפר את הצו הזה צפוי לעונשים בחוק. צהריים טובים. צהריים טובים לכל הקהל הקדוש הזה שבאו לתייר ביישוב היהודי. הוכרז שטח צבאי סגור בכל גזרת יישוב היהודי. נא לא להפר אותו. מי שיפר את הצו הזה צפוי לעונשים בחוק. מי שרוצה לראות את הצו יכול לגשת אליי, אני אציג לו אותו.
So here is a regular entrance point in Hebron. There are something like 250 of those for the Palestinians. They are not able to walk around freely in Hebron. The story is fucking crazy. The story of Hebron and what's happening here for 800 illegal Zionist settlers. There is around 700 army dudes here on a daily basis. In the weekend it goes up to 900, 1,000. There are 230 Palestinians living in area H1. H2, which is the area, of course, where the Zionist settlers are taking over. There are today something like 32,000 Palestinians living there. That's the same amount of people that lived there 30 years ago. Everybody that could leave left. People are not allowed to walk on certain roads. Everybody, 1,500 shops have been closed in the last 30 years, Palestinian shops in Hebron. It's fucking staggering. Now this week in Hebron, a family, the family Al-Tamimi, they were working their land here in Hebron. They were attacked by Zionist settlers. The whole family ended up in the hospital. Everybody. No settler was arrested, of course. Let me see if I have more Hebron, because I want to keep this as much about Hebron as possible. No, I did my homework. Oh, hold on, let's film this. This is where we are not allowed to enter. No, absolute. It's totally clear. If we would come here with 10 people, we could enter as much as we want. Now, because we're with 300 people, it's surprising. It's surprising that they let us in. For starters, Abu Hummus. Abu Hummus. Oh, that's a nice surprise. So, well, we're at this here in Hebron, where we are not allowed to enter probably most of the areas. Here it's locked. I don't think we are allowed to enter here. Here it's locked, of course. So, are we allowed to enter anything? So, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They told us we cannot enter? Okay, we cannot enter. We are not allowed to enter? This is where we are allowed to enter? This is where we are allowed to enter, and that's it?
That's all.
Wow. 2 weeks ago, 30,000 settlers could enter. 30,000 settlers could enter, and that was okay. 300 people cannot enter today. Because what's the reason? Because your boss decided that. Okay, I just want you guys to understand this. This is open area every day. Every day. This is open area every day. 2 weeks ago, 30,000 settlers came in and attacked Palestinian families here. It was open. There wasn't this much police force when 30,000 settlers came in and attacked the Palestinians as there are today for 300 people for a tour at Hebron. I am not. I am not doing any provocation, and besides that, please. I won't. Probably Hebron pisses me off. So this is where we are allowed, guys. This is our tour of Hebron, of breaking the silence today. We are not allowed to enter Hebron. This is fine. Unbelievable. Seriously unbelievable. Unbelievable. Israeli apartheid through and through. No words for it. Seriously, no words. And then you have those shitheads. Now in, when was it?
תתביישו לכם, עוכרי ישראל! אתם שתולים של מדינות זרות! אתם שתולים של אירופה! תתביישו לכם, מקבלים כסף מאנטישמים כדי להוציא את דיבת החיילים שלנו! אנחנו לא ניתן לכם! אנחנו נעמוד לצד החיילים!
Right, Amtarzu. This is Amtarzu.
הלוחמים והלוחמות שלנו! ואתם תתביישו לכם!
They are absolutely racists, but that's all okay. We know that. So we came here, but you know, we're surprised actually we were not held up on the road and blocked. In the meantime, 300 people, we know this shit every fucking time again. We come with more than 10 people, we are not allowed to enter. Every fucking time again. It's unfucking believable. No words for it. Here's another group standing here. Okay, now while I'm at it, because you know I'm here anyway. In the last week, 8 Palestinians were killed. That brings the total of November to 19. 19 Palestinians have been killed in November. 6 of them between 14 and 17-year-old. They were shot in their head. They were shot in their chest. 2 brothers were killed. 20, 21-year-old. I cannot, every time I see the picture of the 2 brothers, my heart breaks. Several times when people were shot, the Israeli occupation force did not allow medic aid, also ensuring that some of them died while there was no reason for it. A 13-year-old died this week. Palestinian in the Green Line in the Negev. He was shot by accident by the police and he died this week. 120 Palestinians have been arrested this week. 120, including a Palestinian journalist. His press pass was taken. Minors have been arrested in school. Several schools, several minors. Because God damn it, man, just imagine that the Palestinians would go to school and be educated. A school has been demolished in Masafar Yatta. Now, in 220 so far. 820 houses have been demolished. 4,336 people without a house. 455 kids, Palestinian kids, without a house. In 2022, because of the Israeli occupation force. 227 agricultural buildings have been demolished, impacting over 26,000 Palestinians, and 167 livelihood buildings have been demolished, impacting over 13,000 Palestinians. Okay, that's it for now. As you guys can see, we were here. They won't let us in, as usual. And see you guys later in Sheikh Jarrah. 3 o'clock, we will be there. Okie doke. Bye, Yush.
Love you, Issa.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم في مدينة الخليل. Welcome in Hebron. I think your presence today is very, very important against the fascist and against the military system, or you can say against Pinkwheel system. My first message to you that we will not give up. We will stay strong, firm against occupation and against apartheid till equality, justice and freedom will be for all.
Absolutely.
Whatever they do, they will not make us silent and they will not suppress our voices. My arrest and the detention of activists now, not to come to talk to you, will not stop us from keep our struggle against them. They prevented you from coming to us and they prevented us from coming to you. But magic brought me here. Something else very important. My message to the Israelis today. You're silent about the occupation and apartheid created Ben-Gvir and Smotrich.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ben-Gvir is not the minister of only the Palestinian territories now. He will be the minister of all the Israelis. Ben-Gvir will be the next prime minister of Israel if we don't stop him. The occupation is supporting him, and the occupation is giving him whatever he wants. Last 2 weeks, hundreds and thousands of Israeli violent settlers attacked our houses physically with stones. They damaged, vandalized a lot of properties here. I didn't see the police. I didn't see the border police. I didn't see anybody was arrested. But for me, filming an Israeli soldier beating violently an Israeli activist and filming another Israeli soldier who's saying racism with a badge, illegal badge, I was arrested with 5 charges. 5 charges for filming, 0 charges for attacking Palestinians, for throwing stones, for doing whatever they want.
Busha! 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 Busha!
Busha Baravid.
The situation, they are going to Hebronize all over.
Yeah.
Your silence will bring you checkpoints all over. Your silence will bring you division all over. Your silence, I am talking to the Israelis. Your silence will bring you soldiers, settlers. If they win in Hebron, they will do it and do Hebronization for Jerusalem, Lod, Yafo, and all over. Here, what starts in Hebron ends in Tel Aviv. And this is what they are doing. So I want to thank you very much for all of you who are here, because you decided to break the silence. You decided to come and challenge and confront the radicals, the apartheid and the occupation. They are looking, they are winning, but we are the majority. And we should be united. We should be united, strong, firm, and not to give up. I was born here. My house is few meters from here. Few meters only. I'm not allowed to visit the house where I was born. They changed the name of my neighborhood from Bab Khan to Hebron in my lifetime. I'm not allowed to visit the streets here. So they didn't allow me to enter my house, my parents' house. And the court decided to deport me from my house for 7 days. So we say that the Nakba is going on, our Nakba as Palestinians. They are working to take us out from our houses as Palestinians. This is my school. I studied from the 1st grade to the 9th grade here. I was playing football here as a student, me, Issa. From the 1st grade to the 9th grade, I was playing football here. You know, when everything changed after Baruch Goldstein massacre, they closed my school for 3 months. They closed the yards, they closed the streets, they closed the markets. This is what they did. So we were the victims and we were punished. As my Israeli friends who came to visit the families and say sorry in behalf of the Jews for what happened in Hay Sara, were beaten and arrested, and they're going after them, the police and the army and the settlers. So it's going on. What happens to us will happen to you. This is something very important. Nowadays, Palestinian ambulance needs a special permit to come here. Maintenance for Palestinian families is not allowed without a permit. And you know what it means, a permit. I don't get permit to visit you as punishment for speaking loud. Yesterday I told the police I have zchiyot, yesh li zchiyot. You know, the police investigator told me loudly, here Palestinians don't have rights in Israeli police station. And when you hear Labid talking in the UN, he speaks about equality. He speaks about how Israel is an amazing city. We say it loud. Israel is an apartheid state. And now the new government is making it as a fascist state. In the city of Hebron, Palestinians are not allowed to drive in the streets. We're not allowed to drive here. Visitors are not allowed. Visitors. Imagine that the army decides who visit you in your house. We have 90 Jewish families only in Hebron. In the closed area, we have more than 1,000 Palestinian families. The minority, who are the settlers, they have more rights than us. They have welfare life, luxury life on the expense of our basic human rights. And you even have less rights than Ben-Gvir, than Smotrich, than Orit Strok, than Baruch Marzel. Yesterday the police summoned me to the police to take me to search my house. So they took me from Tal Rumeda settlement. Baruch Marzel stood in front of the police and tried to prevent them to take me from the road to my house. So in the way back, the policeman decided to change the road. I told him, why? You are the law. Are you afraid of Baruch Marzel? He said, no, I'm not afraid. But the police is afraid of Baruch Marzel. And the police, now what I felt in the police station, I felt the investigator was exactly with the same mentality, with the same ideology as Baruch Marzel and as Ben-Gvir. Ben-Gvir is a phenomenon, is not a person. Don't think that we have one bad person. No. Now there is 80 Knesset members. They believe in the same way, that Israel is from the river to the sea without the Palestinians. They want everything. And who wants everything loses everything. And we are facing very dark future. But today I am more optimistic, and I feel stronger as a Palestinian to continue with the non-violence struggle. Even may the policeman is filming me talking now. They may accuse me of hasita, incitement to peace, incitement to freedom, incitement to peaceful struggle. Israeli right-wing media wrote a main article that I, Issa, admitted that I provoked the soldiers. Despite that the videos were clear that the soldier was very violent from his home. And cynically, the incident happened exactly where Ilori Zaria killed a Palestinian, exactly the same. Asaf, who was beaten, he was beaten exactly where the Palestinian was shot. Exactly. And the soldiers came from the spot where Ilori Zaria shot the Palestinian. Why this is going on? Because Ilori Zaria was not accountable. Baruch Marzel was not accountable for his violence toward me, toward you, toward everybody else. What is the problem? The names or the system? It's the system. It's the inequality, the injustice, the apartheid, the occupation system. So we should work very hard and repeat this kind of actions at least every month. We should not stay in our houses and stay silent about what is happening. If we do our struggle against the occupation part of our daily routine, come to Hebron every week. We, the Palestinians, welcome you. As Israelis, as Jewish, we welcome you in our houses. Even we will welcome you with meals. Because we want the Israeli public to be awake, to wake up from their dreams, to wake up from what they fantasize about. Something very important. Palestinians will never give up. Palestinians will never be refugees again. Palestinians will never coexist with the occupation. We will not accept economical rights as a compromise for our political equal rights. Today, your message reached all the Palestinian people in Hebron. They were waiting you in Tel Rumeda, many Palestinian families. And thanks to breaking the silence, those unknown hardcore activists who work hardly to make the occupation exposed. B'Tselem, Yashtin, Peace Now, all the Israeli human rights organizations need you now. Because they may disappear. Because they will go after them. So be strong, be united, be organized against the fascists, against the occupation, and against apartheid. Thank you very much for coming today. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer. But I'm very proud that Jerusalem and Hebron are united today. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer. Even the police, it's open for police. They didn't know that I'm coming. They thought that I would stay hiding somewhere. No, I'm in the field. Nobody will hide the occupation. They can't hide the occupation. Any questions, I'm ready to answer. Take questions from police too. And border police. Please always with me, we don't have time. It's not official. Always. Every tour, please know we don't have time. I know that we don't have time. I was very happy to come to you. And thank you very much for coming to Hebron. We are very, very glad with you.
Thank you, Issa and Abu Khomous and all the people.
שלום לכולם, אני עוברת לאנגלית ובהצלחה, תעבדו בזה. Thank you all so much for coming today. My name is Becca and I'm with Breaking the Silence. Today there was just a another example of trying to hide the occupation, silence the occupation, and prevent the work that all of us are doing together to not only expose the occupation, but to change the reality. Hebron, can you hear me now better? Oh yeah. Hebron is not just a microcosm of violence, and not just a microcosm of the occupation, it's a prototype. And just 2 weeks ago, there were thousands of Israelis and other people who support the ideological settlers and settlers in general who came here to celebrate a Torah portion called the life of Sarah, Chaye Sarah. But this was not just a celebration, it was a violent celebration in which Palestinian families were attacked, in which stores and homes, stores were shut down, homes were closed off, in which people were either stuck in their homes for hours or not allowed to enter them and access them at all. This weekend was one of the most violent weekends that we remember in recent history, but the violence is a daily reality, and we will always stand against it and work to end it until it's over. Last week, a group of activists, I'm not used to this part. Last week, a group of activists, mainly religious Jews, came in order to stand in solidarity with Palestinians who had been attacked the week before, to say, this is not our Judaism and we stand with you. This is not our Judaism. I, for one, consider I'm a Jewish person. These are not my values and the values I stand for, and it's not our collective values. One of them was brutally attacked. This attack is not a surprise. This attack is just one representation of the violence that we see on a daily basis in Hebron. The police knew we were coming today. The army knew we were coming today. Nothing here is a surprise. The decision to not let us leave this parking lot is an attempt to try and quiet the reality of the occupation and the violence and the separation and sterilization and the pushing out of Palestinian families from their homes. That will never work. We will never be silent. Coming here is an act of also saying, and we thank you all for coming, that you will not be silent. And we invite you to join in on the daily activities of fighting the occupation until it is over. We believe all of the organizations that are here came together to say one thing very, very clear. A line has been drawn. Either you believe in equality or you don't. We're standing here because we believe in equality, and we will not stop fighting until we gain it.
Interesting enough, her speech was not filmed though. From Issa, the police couldn't
Thank you all
stop
so
filming.
much for coming today. We're going to do one more thing. We're all going to turn around when I finish talking. We're going to take a picture with the sign behind us. If you don't want to be in the picture, move away. Otherwise, turn around. Once we finish
Move away. Turn around. Move away. Okay. But it's absolutely correct. The Israeli occupation force is trying to silence the activism. Hebron is open every fucking day. But except, of course, when activists are coming, and it's or military closed off area, or at Savridut, whatever that may be in English, and have to sharpen their pencils. Okay, they're going to do a picture. Yes, absolutely. Great speech from Issa. Yes. We will not come every week to Hebron, as Issa said. Look. Oh, כן. לא, אני פתאום, אני אומרת לעצמי, כן. יאללה, לשייך ג'רח, יאללה, לבלפור. Okay guys, this is it. It was, it's seriously ridiculous. Last shot, wanting to get a tour guide from Shavrim, from Breaking the Silence, like they do on every other day. Yesterday there was a tour. They do it a lot on Friday. I highly recommend on a regular Friday to join one of these tours, because even if you think you know the story of Hebron, honestly, there are still things that will blow your fucking mind away. Like the closing of streets where Palestinians are not allowed to walk. Even if there are houses on that street, they're not allowed to enter that street. Windows and doors have been sealed off. So everybody that could leave area H2 in the last 30 years left, with the result that the population is still around. It's actually a bit less than it was 30 years ago when they closed it off. When they started closing off Hebron, making whole areas not allowed for Palestinians. I mean, Israeli apartheid, A till Z. I mean, there's no other words for it. 1,500 shops that lost their closed shop here. Area H1, 30 years ago there were 115,000 Palestinians. Today there are 230. Just imagine the growth. In area H1, it stayed the same. Our houses are standing empty. Palestinians are not allowed. All the markets have been closed off for Palestinians. It is seriously apartheid state number one when you enter this city. It's really big. Even though 800 settlers rule over Hebron. 800 shitty shitheads. Oh, it pisses me off so much. Are ruling over Hebron. 800 settlers are ruling over the 32,000 Palestinians that live here, that still live here in area H1. Now, you know, like when you know, so they have like a few places, you know, taken, the settlers. Now they have to, you know, walk between those places. So the streets between those places, Palestinians are not allowed to walk anymore, and they are getting more and more streets. And when they close up these areas, there are certain neighborhoods that, you know, on Shabbat or holidays, whatever, they cannot leave their houses because it's all closed off, and they cannot leave. They're not allowed to leave. Okay, we're leaving. We're going to Jerusalem for Sheikh Jarrah. I will don't expect anything specific. Just Israeli occupation force showing their muscle in Hebron today towards the activists. Get united, yes. Yalla. Okie dokie, guys. Bye, Yush.